the sins of everyone on the earth. There began to be many human beings on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw that the daughters of human beings were beautiful, so they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not struggle with human beings forever. They will have only 120 years to live." The Nephilim were on the earth in those days. That was when the sons of God went to the daughters of human beings. Children were born to them. The Nephilim were famous heroes who lived long ago. Nephilim were also on the earth later on. The Lord saw how bad the sins of everyone on the earth had become. They only thought about evil things. The Lord was very sad that he had made human beings on the earth. His heart was filled with pain. So the Lord said, "I created human beings, but I will wipe them out. I will also destroy the animals, the birds in the sky, and the creatures that move along the ground. I am very sad that I have made human beings." But the Lord was very pleased with Noah. Noah and the flood. Here is the story of Noah's family line. Noah was a godly man. He was without blame among the people of his time. He walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons. Their names were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was very sinful in God's eyes. It was full of people who did mean and harmful things. God saw how sinful the earth had become. All its people were living very sinful lives. So, God said to Noah, "I'm going to put an end to everyone. They have filled the earth with their harmful acts, and I am certainly going to destroy them and the earth. So make yourself an ark out of cypress wood. Make rooms in it. Cover it with tar inside and out. Here is how I want you to build it. The ark has to be 450 feet long. It has to be 75 feet wide and 45 feet high. Make a roof for it. Leave below the roof an opening all the way around that is 1.5 feet high. Put a door in one side of the ark. Make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring a flood on the earth. It will destroy all life under the sky. It will destroy every living creature that breathes. Everything on the earth will die. But I will make my covenant with you. You will go into the ark. Your sons and your wife and your sons' wives will enter it with you. Bring a male and a female of every living thing into the ark. They will be kept alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird will come with you. 2 of every kind of animal will also come to you. And so will 2 of every kind of creature that moves along the ground. All of them will be kept alive with you. Take every kind of food that you will need, store it away as food for you and them." Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark with your whole family. I know that you are a godly man among those people today. Take 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal with you. Take a male and female of each kind. Take 1 pair of every kind of animal that is not clean. Take a male and a female of each kind. Also, take 7 pairs of every kind of bird. Take a male and a female of each kind. Then every kind will be kept alive. They can spread out again over the whole earth. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth. It will rain 40 days and 40 nights. I will destroy from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. Noah did everything the Lord commanded him to do. Noah was 600 years old when the flood came to the earth. He and his sons entered the ark. His wife and his sons' wives went with them. They entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Male and female pairs of clean animals and pairs of animals that were not clean came to Noah. So did male and female pairs of birds and all the creatures that move along the ground. All of them came to Noah and entered the ark. Everything happened just as God commanded Noah. After 7 days, the flood came on the earth. Noah was 600 years old. It was the 17th day of the 2nd month of the year. On that day, all of the springs at the bottom of the ocean burst open. God opened the windows of the sky. Rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day, Noah entered the ark together with his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah's wife and the wives of his 3 sons also entered it. They had every kind of wild animal with them. They also had every kind of livestock, creature that moves along the ground and bird that flies. Pairs of all living creatures that breathe came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing. Everything happened just as God commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. For 40 days, the flood kept coming on the earth. As the waters rose higher, they lifted the ark above the earth. The waters rose higher and higher on the earth, and the ark floated on the water. The waters rose on the earth until all the high mountains under the sky were covered. The waters continued to rise until they covered the mountains by more than 20 feet. Every living thing that moved along the land died. The birds, the livestock, and the wild animals died. All of the creatures that filled the earth also died. And so did every human being. Every breathing thing on dry land died. Every living thing on earth was wiped out. People and animals were destroyed. The creatures that moved along the ground and the birds of the sky were wiped out. Everything on earth was destroyed. Only Noah and those with him on the ark were left. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. But God showed concern for Noah. He also showed concern for all the wild animals and livestock that were with Noah in the ark. So God sent a wind to sweep over the earth, and the waters began to go down. The springs at the bottom of the ocean had been closed. The windows of the sky had also been closed, and the rain stopped falling from the sky. The water on the earth continued to go down. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to go down until the 10th month. On the first day of that month, the tops of the mountains could be seen. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark. He sent out a raven. It kept flying back and forth until the water on the earth had dried up. Then Noah sent out a dove. He wanted to see if the water on the surface of the ground had gone down, but the dove couldn't find any place to rest. Water still covered the whole surface of the earth. So the dove returned to Noah in the ark. Noah reached out his hand and took the dove in. He brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days. Then he set the dove out again from the ark. In the evening, the dove returned to him. There, in its beak, was a freshly picked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the water on the earth had gone down. He waited 7 more days, then he sent the dove out again. But this time, it didn't return to him. It was the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year. The water on the earth had dried up. Then Noah removed the covering from the ark. He saw the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark. Bring your wife and your sons and their wives with you. Bring out every kind of living thing that is with you. Bring the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground. Then they can multiply on the earth. They can have little ones, and the number of them can increase." So Noah came out of the ark. His sons and his wife and his sons' wives were with him. All of the animals came out of the ark. The creatures that moved along the ground also came out. So did all the birds. Everything that moves on land came out of the ark, one kind after another.